Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another stream for Social Togetherness. I am Step, and I am your host, and I don't know why I'm starting like that. I just figured, that might be a way to start the stream today. Let me know what you think of having an official... Okay, I just got an emergency alert on my phone while I started streaming. So, let's see what the emergency alert says. Stop the spread. COVID-19 is deadly act now. I've had that same emergency alert before. Hi, Beth! Welcome. It's good to see you. We missed you yesterday. I know everybody was sending you lots of... Oh, hello! Salem in the background. He's going to talk at you now because I've been talking and I woke him up. Uh-oh. Apparently, I have to be very still. Come on. Come on. Come on. You going to climb on my shoulder? No? No. Oof. His breath smells like cat food. That'd be quite the thumbnail. Hello. Well, this perfectly illustrates the point that I was going to make in today's stream. Some of us are all by ourselves during this event, and some of us are thankfully, blessedly, with people. I know, he's so pretty, isn't he? You're pretty, say. Look at the camera. You don't know where the camera is. I'm going to put him right down on this pillow, and hopefully he'll stay there. He's not going to stay there. He's going to meow at me again. Does everyone have a cup of tea? Delightful. Some of us are all by ourselves, and that is heartbreaking and extraordinarily difficult. But some of us are blessedly with other people. And we haven't been able to go out, except possibly to the grocery store for a quick walk, for a couple of weeks now. Now, I've seen some posts going around Facebook and other places saying, we've been in isolation for 1 week or 2 weeks, and Nelson Mandela was in isolation much longer. And I don't care. I'm sorry. That's an interesting factoid, but that has no real effect on the psychology of human beings. Because somebody else's suffering and my suffering are not the same. Somebody else's suffering and your suffering are not the same. I might feel exactly the same mental anguish if I were wrongly accused of a crime and committed to be locked up in prison for several years, as you might feel if you got C's instead of A's on a math test. I know that sounds bizarre, but think about how much mental anguish might be going through the head of a 10-year-old child whose parents are like gods to them, and who disappointing those parents could be the literal end of their world. That sort of anxiety is just as valid as the anxiety of somebody who is now going to prison, It doesn't feel like it should equate, but that's because human feelings aren't rational. They make sense, they're sensible, they can be sensible, but they're not irrational, they're non-rational things. You feeling anxiety is valid. Doesn't matter what the anxiety is about. So back to my main thing that I wanted to say. If you have loved ones near you, like I do, sometimes they can get the hella on your nerves. As evidenced this morning when Tams and I, who love each other dearly, came to butt heads over, I don't even remember what. It was ridiculous. But we both had raised voices and grumped. And it felt awful. It didn't feel going to prison awful. It didn't feel, life or death awful. But it felt awful, especially because things are already so tense right now. I'm just going to open the window here, so if there's bird sound, sorry, but it is very warm in this room. So I just wanted to remind everybody out there that if you feel yourself being short-tempered recently, if you feel yourself getting snippy with the people around you, give yourself a break, because we're all going through a high anxiety, high stress time, and it's not our fault that we can only bear so much of a consistent level of anxiety. Okay? So to anybody out there who feels like they're horrible for having made some misstep, for having barked or snapped or snipped, please forgive yourself and go and apologize to your loved ones for doing it, because both of those things can happen. They don't invalidate each other. You should try to make amends, and you should try to forgive yourself. These are two things which can both happen separately to make everything feel better. I'm going to apologize to Tams right after the stream in person for my level of voice, my tone of voice, I guess, because it was unintentional. She has already been gracious enough to apologize to me for her part in our little tiff. And I just wanted to send that out there, because I know that we aren't the only ones feeling that sort of anxiety. So let me know if that's helpful at all, because I might just I need to get back to vlogging, and I might just make a vlog today or tomorrow about strategies for getting through arguments or discussions that might turn into arguments. Yeah. That damn dog is barking next door, and I hope it's not terribly audible, but I am not closing that window. It's just too warm in here, and it's so beautiful outside. Now, speaking of outside, go outside. Go to your front door or your back porch and stand for a few minutes and enjoy the cool breeze. If you don't do that every day, then at least try it today and let me know tomorrow how it feels. Megan, that was me the first couple of weeks. As we are entering week 4 with the 2 wee ones at home, I'm trying to be more patient with them, because I recognize how much they don't want to be trapped either. Yeah, nobody wants to be trapped. And it's that sort of thing. I understand that that you think, okay, I've been through it, I get it now, but you might find that you need to keep letting yourself off the hook for being a big ball of stress. So don't just say, I should be better at this by now. Remember that the more sustained anxiety and stress you go through, the less good you become at handling it. Okay? It's not something where you can build up a callus. Sort of, it is, but more often it's something that wears down your resources, and you need to find things to help you de-stress. Even if it's claiming a spot to be alone in a room for a while. Taking some deep breaths outside on the balcony, or on your back deck or front porch, or just in the doorway of your home. or finding a friend to cuddle, like Terrence there, or like Salem, who has calmed down, except I said his name and I saw his ear tweak, so I don't know. And this, I mean, it's also something that can happen to people who are alone, because if you do a lot of texting or calling people on the phone or FaceTiming or whatever, you might find that you're snippy and snappy with people too. And, you know, we're only human. I know at least 2 people I care deeply about are all alone, and I'm worried about them. So, yeah. But how is everybody doing today? It's a gorgeous day, I think. It's a cloudy sky, which I like. It's cool, which I like. If there was a little bit more breeze, I think it would be perfect. Because then you get those cloud formations that are really fantastic. Yeah, I'm trying to find. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Haha. Okay. I don't know whether. I seem to pull it back to gaming a lot, but I don't know whether this is going to interest anybody. But changing the topic quite drastically, I subscribed last year to a year's worth of the Humble monthly bundle on from Humble Bundle. This in video games, man. I don't like the way the Humble site looks now, or I would send you directly there to. Anyway, Humble Bundle is a charity organization. Was a charity organization. It's now owned by a game developer, so I'm a little skeptical of that. But basically, they offer up bundles of games or books, like ebooks or audiobooks or like other such things, software development kits, that if you buy the whole bundle for a reduced price, they donate an amount of your cost to a charity that's associated with that bundle. So I have in the past really liked Humble Bundle and still continue to. We'll see how it goes. They've been owned by a game developer for like over a year now, and I think it was right about the time that they got bought that things started to look different on the Humble site and look more like capitalist marketing rather than charitable. But the charity angle is still there. It's just that they're finding bigger, splashier ways to sell you stuff as well. Anyway, long story short, too late. The Humble monthly bundle was replaced by the Humble Choice, and it's like a loot box for or a subscription service for gaming. So I wanted to show off my subscription. There it is. What charities do I like to support? I like charities in general, and each bundle will have associated charities, so it's not always the same charity. But the one that I'm really passionate about is Child's Play, the Child's Play charity. It seems like it it's kind of a... It's not exactly a charity about saving lives or stopping hunger or anything like that, but it is a charity that has a definite goal of improving the lives of sick children. They started Child's Play. I'm going to actually look for their website. Child's Play Charity. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Child's Play improves the lives of children in hospitals and other child facilities through the power of play. It started off as a donating... People were donating their old video game, like Game Boys or whatever, so that the kids in the hospital could play video games and not be scared. Because often they were there alone, in a scary environment. Maybe their parents were with them, maybe they weren't. And so not only was it scary, but sometimes it was dull. So the point was to give kids something active to do, and engaging, entertaining. And what that is morphed into is not only that, they still do that, but they also have worked with, for example, this project, a game developer worked with Child's Play and Children's Hospital to make a simulation of an MRI machine in VR, so that the kids would have some interactive experience with what an MRI was like, so that when they went into the real MRI, they wouldn't be scared. It wouldn't take as long because they'd already know what was expected, and it helps take that anxiety off. Games can improve people's lives because games and sports are how we learn. So that's why I'm passionate about the Child's Play charity, because I think games matter. Not just video games, but that's the particular route to therapy that Child's Play has taken. Megan says, the roller derby league that we used to go watch all the time used a ticketing service that allowed you to select charitable area you want to donate your service fees to. That is amazing. I love that. I love any way that makes it easier for people to support social programs, with the exception of like big corporations passing the buck to their customers. I don't like that, but giving opportunities I really appreciate. Anyway, Child's Play. Go to childsplaycharity.org and watch their video if you want to know more about Child's Play. It started in the Seattle region, Seattle area, and has since therapeutic game guide recommendations. Check that out. I believe in the therapy of games. I believe in the ability for games to teach us how to interact with the world, how to improve ourselves, and the philosophy of being able to learn from your mistakes. That's what video games are all about. Like, you're playing Mario Brothers, say, and you run, and then you fall into a hole, and you die. Oh, I guess the game's over. No, you have another life, so you start up again, you try again, you jump over the hole. Oh, I jumped too early, I fell in the hole. Okay, should I give up? Can I not do that? No. You learn to do better and improve yourself and learn how to challenge problems that way. So I really like that gaming philosophy for approaching real life problems, because if at first you don't succeed, try again. Really does work. It's the person who gets the farthest is the last to give up. Now, that doesn't mean that you should always bang your head against a wall. Sometimes trying a different avenue is the way to go, because maybe there was something else that you were supposed to do and explore before getting to that pit that you're jumping into blindly. Give up that and go, oh, look, there's a springboard over here. Maybe I'll try jumping off of that instead, But that's still in the trying to invent new avenues and pathways to success. And gaming has really taught me that. Especially, I can't believe I'm bringing this up again, Magic the Gathering. In Magic the Gathering, one of the things that they teach you in strategy very quickly is not to just think that if what you tried didn't work, then that if what you tried didn't work, it doesn't mean it wasn't right to try it, because in Magic, like in life, there is a lot of variance. That means the random chance of, not random, but chance of things turning out differently depending on factors that you can't know anything about. You can't know what cards your opponent is holding. You can't know what the next card to come off the top of your deck is. You can't know in life what any of the people around you are going to do at any moment. So if you zigged and it looked for all intents and purposes like zigging was the right thing, and then somebody zagged right into your path, well, you couldn't have known they were going to do that, probably. And if you could know that they were going to do that, then you learn from that and take it into the next encounter. But if you really can't know before trying what the outcome is going to be, then you have to weigh your best guess as to what the outcome is going to be. And it's okay if it doesn't work out for you. Sometimes that same situation pops up again, and the right thing to do is exactly what didn't work before. And it's not really... our brains aren't really made to process that way. Our brains are very good at recognizing, well, that worked, so I'll try it again. But the results are not often as valuable as the decision-making process. If you want to know more about that, let me know, and maybe I'll write a vlog about it. I know I'm going to write a professional video for my coaching channel when I get that up and running, which hopefully will be sometime this week, because I feel like I'm spending all this time indoors. I should be at least getting my business off the ground, which is hard because I can't take clients right now, but I can take video clients. I can video chat with people, or I could send emails with people. I can do what I'm doing for you out there right now, my friends, and help people to not be alone. Yeah. Oh, anyone else have anything they want to talk about? I feel like I've been talking for 20 minutes on random topics, and thank you, Beth. I try to be helpful. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes my decisions turn out not for the best. Sometimes my there, maybe that unkinked my tongue. Sometimes my decisions are right, but for whatever reason don't work out, and sometimes my decisions are not well made and need to be adjusted. So, but that's the same with everybody, you know? Oh, are we all pajamied, or is it just me? I'm in my pajamas today. I mean, pajamas. It's a t-shirt and track pants. I'm not in my Doctor Who jammies this week, because it's just honestly too hot in this room. This computer generates more heat than is probably healthy for it. I may want to look into that. Although it doesn't feel warm. It's generating heat and then blasting it out into the room. So I guess that's what the fans are supposed to do. What are we looking at here? I was looking at a list of organizations that donated to the Child's Play charity, and Desert Bus for Hope in November. At least if this is still going on in November, we'll have Desert Bus for Hope. It's not. We're going to... It might happen again, but I think we'll be out long before then. You got dressed and even put on lipstick. Wow, that's some fancy apartment wear. I will, of course, be dressed to the nines tomorrow because we're going to go for hashtag Sunday Best on Twitter. I would love it if people would start posting hashtag Sunday Best after getting dressed tomorrow, and post a picture of themselves in their hashtag Sunday Best. So I will probably start the trend. I'm going to have to get up early in the morning so that I can go to the store, come home, shower, dress. Yeah, I should be able to do that all by 10:30. I'm going to say 10:30. If that works for everybody. Anyway, where do we post such things? On Twitter, if you're on Twitter. On Facebook, if you're on Facebook. Or Instagram, I guess. Whatever social media is your favorite. I use Twitter because the Magic people use Twitter. I know that Twitter has very wildly different statuses among different groups, because Twitter battles and Twitter arguments and Twitter fights are real things for some groups, but other groups use Twitter as a really positive environment to snap witty things at each other. And that's the Magic community has tended to be a very positive Twitter community, depending on who you ask. You'll notice that a lot of the pros are really nice people. A lot of the mid-tier, like, casual content creators are really grumpy. And then all of the fans are fans, you know? They come in wildly different shapes and sizes. But what social media can we get you on, Mama B? Facebook? I'm posting on Twitter. I'll probably post on Facebook. I should probably post on Instagram too, because I have an Instagram and don't use it. And I should be, I guess. Bleh. Crickle crunk. Crunk? Anyway, I think you're on Facebook, IG, and you do have a Twitter account but rarely use it. That's fair. I use Twitter primarily because I like the community I'm in on Twitter. Used to have a live journal. I never had a live journal. I never had MySpace. I never had was it Friendster? I was against Facebook for the longest time, and I still am. But my mom's on Facebook, and I have to keep connected with my mom. So there you go. Also, there's a really vibrant community of Facebook users from the township that I'm in, so that's kind of helpful. But I don't really like social media to begin with. High five, Megan. You had a live journal as well. I think Tams had a live journal as well. So you should all go and find each other's live journals and maybe, you know, revitalize them. Make live journal, or maybe it was MySpace. Make live journal hip again. Can I say that? Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. If y'all want to continue to chitty chat, you should find each other on LiveJournal or on Facebook or on Twitter. I know my Twitter friends from London all use Twitter as basically their texting, because they could text a friend, but everybody who was in the group could see it. So you could say, hey, Nettie, are we all meeting at your place tonight? And Nettie could respond, yeah, Chaos, don't forget the pie. And then everybody in the friends group would know, because they follow each other on Twitter. Anyway, I diverge. I digress. I'm going to call it there. Don't forget to dress to the nines tomorrow, but only if you want to. I don't want to stress anybody out. That's the opposite of what I'm here to do. I just think it would be fun for me. So if you want to wear your pajamas tomorrow, by all means. In fact, if you wanted to snap a pic for Twitter, #SundayBest of you in your pajamas, by all means, go right ahead. I think that would be hilarious and cute and adorable and fun, and I basically support anything that adds more joy and positivity to the world right now. So take that as you will. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. We had a pretty active conversation today, I think, or was I just lecturing at people? I don't know. But either way, I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. and I hope